This conference will now be recorded.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome to Cloud DevOps Batch 50. Before I start the session, I want to give a quick recap on what's been covered in the previous session. Previous session, we created our own AMI. Okay? We created our own AMI. We saw what is an AMI, Amazon Machine Image. So using that image, we can capture everything that is being configured on the top of the operating system. That means whatever the changes that you did, you can capture them, and you can use that as a base image to create another images. Okay, using this, we can make machines instances. This is what we did. And also we saw when we create an AMI, we saw the configuration from which is there in the instance, which is the source of that AMI, will be coming up. Also, I got one question yesterday. I got one question yesterday. The question is, Manu, this is an EC2 instance, EC2 whose name is Linux one. I took an AMI from this. I took an AMI from this, and I made an AMI out of it. I made an AMI out of it, and using this AMI again I have created one more Linux instance. So the name of this machine is EC2 Linux 2. If I terminate this instance, if I terminate my instance, will the AMI be terminated? Definitely no. So it's just like when you take a selfie, okay? When you take a selfie, that's all. So as soon as you take a selfie, even if you go somewhere, the image remains the same, right? Same. So it's just like taking a photocopy of the AMI. So once the AMI is taken, there is no relation between the AMI and the machine that you create. All right, that is one point that I would like to say. Even 3 to 4 people have asked me, so I would like to take this opportunity to explain that. All right. And another important thing is, okay, we saw there are two ways to authenticate to Linux machine. One is passwordless authentication, which is with keys, public key and a private key pair. And another way is, okay, username and password. Okay, so we have seen this and this as well. Okay, so yesterday I have mentioned that my image is having issues, right? The lab image which I have created using some image, that image was revoked. Okay, so because of that there are no the AMI which I am using, my lab AMI is having issues, and they revoked the usage for the new users. Okay, that's the reason it is not working. Yesterday I have created again my AMI. Now the new name of the new AMI to use is this. Okay, the name of the AMI to use is this. This is the name of the AMI. Okay, so you can find this in North Virginia. So earlier it is Cloud DevOps Lab image, it's CentOS 7. The username and password are these guys. Okay, CentOS, and username and password are these. DevOps Lab image, CentOS 7. So going forward, I want every one of you to use only this image. Do not use any of the images. Okay, so we saw how to connect using the keys. Done and dusted. Let's proceed with using the password based authentication. So I just let me sign into the machine. One of the student agreed to share his credentials, so I took his credentials. It's a brand new account, so I'll just try to show you from his account also. It should work. Okay, thank you, Shravan. Thanks for sharing the credentials. You can change it after the session. Before I proceed further, anyone have any questions? Before I proceed further, anyone have any questions? Guys, can someone please confirm me? Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're
Yes.
audible.
Okay, all right, perfect. Okay, so let me sign in. So EC2 is the name of the service which helps us in provisioning the servers. Guys, my voice will be a little low. I'm having a little throat infection. So yeah. Okay. So I would like to launch an instance. So launch the instance, click this button. So launch an instance. and it's my lab machine, my lab Linux. So go to quick start, search for DevOps lab image. Just type DevOps lab image. That's all. Okay, you'll get two results. Select the top one. Okay, select the top one. This one. Select this. Now scroll down. Scroll down. Say that I do not want a key pair. So say that proceed without a key pair. Done. That's all. Launch an instance. Your instance will be launched. Okay, you can check whether it is working or not. Okay, okay. I just opened my actual SSH CentOS at the rate. I don't have to mention the key name because the server uses username and password going forward, so I don't have to use it. All right, enter the username and password. I know it's still in the pending state. When someone says pending state, that means the resources are not yet allocated. Okay, you would never see the status as pending state when you're using uh, non-free tier sorry things. Okay, T2 micro I'm using. T2 micro things are free. If you use T2 micro, if you use T2 medium or any other edition apart from free tier, things will be quick, but in free tier they will be little slow. Okay, anyone have any questions, guys? Anyone have any questions? Amol, Ashok, Banu, Sanjeev,
No, no,
No, I don't. No, I don't have
Shraddha,
anything for now.
Shraddha, Shravan.
Not, nothing at the moment.
All right. Okay, the status goes to running state. So come here. Let's try to connect to it one more time. So Mac users, you can go with the Mac terminal. Anything works. So just pick the password and type the password. Just 321. That's all you're connected. Uptime is a command to check since when your machine is up. Okay, that's all. So yesterday people reported that Manu, you are able to do, but from our accounts I'm not able to do. One of the student in this batch volunteered to share his credentials, so I'll be signing in from his account. I'll try to do that. It's uh, Sha, 1 second, Shawan, right? So I have his credentials. So this is Shravan's. Shravan. The image which I have used was revoked because of that. The new customers or the new users are not able to use it. That's all. Okay, no issues. The other batch people are able to use because they are already existing customers. For the new customers, they made it hung. All right, so password. Okay, it's in the North Virginia region. So let me launch the instance. Okay, EC2. I'm just doing it from one of the brand new account just to say that things are working as is. Instance is running. Shawan, seems like you forgot to turn off the machine, so I'm turning off on your behalf. Launch an instance. And lot of people thinks that Amazon doesn't allow creating the accounts with username and password. It allows, but you need to do some changes. Okay, in interview if they ask, can you create any machines with username and password in EC2? Just directly say yes. What is the name of the image? DevOps lab image. Sorry guys. Yeah. DevOps lab image. Just type that. You'll get two results. Click on the top result. Cloud DevOps lab image, CentOS 7. DevOps lab image, not Cloud DevOps. I'll remove that other image. Don't worry. That's all. Launch the instance. Instance is launched. It's in the pending state. Let it come to operational. But whenever you create any of the instance apart from T2 Micro and T2 Nano, which are not free tier, apart from you create any of the non-free tier machine, it will be very quick. Okay, you don't have to wait for 10 seconds, 15 seconds. It will be very quick. So I'll open one more session. As I said, CentOS at the rate IP address. So proceed with password. So you have two options, public and password. So public key, password, DevOps 31. That's all. You're able to connect. So the machine is up just less than 1 minute back. Okay. So I'll terminate the machine. So I don't need it anymore. Shravan, you're good to change your credentials. Okay. I just terminated the machine that I have. All right. So any questions, anyone going forward? I want everyone. So from tomorrow or day after tomorrow, we are going to start with projects. I want every one of you to start using this image. Okay. Start using username and passwords. Don't use keys anymore. We are good. We just need to learn. That's all. Okay. So yesterday, what is the name of the file to see the list of usernames and password, guys? Anyone?
cat
Anyone?
etc.
It pass
it is
WD.
slash ask WD.
pass
Correct.
wd
Fastwd is the name of the file. Now, yesterday we saw if we want to read the file from the top to bottom, or if you want to read the file from the bottom to top, we can use head or we can use tail. So head and tail gives you the top and the bottom 10 lines by default. If you want any line of your choice, like I want top 10 lines or top 5 lines or bottom 3 lines or bottom 2 lines, you can do that. Okay, you can also use sed to give the range, like sed hyphen n hyphen e. Okay, so let's, if you want the things in between 10 to 14, you can just mention the range. Okay, that's also we saw. Okay, this is one way. This is one way around. Okay, now we saw the lines between the 10 to 14. Okay, 10 to 14. Now I'll ask you one question. This is also a very important thing, one of the most used and commonly asked questions in interviews. So you have file here, right? You have a file. So cat, you have a file. Now what I want is here, what is the limit delimiter, guys? What is the field which separates one field to another field? Anyone in the session? In each and every line, what is the separator which is separating the fields? What is the
Colon.
delimiter? Anyone else? Yes, okay. One person says column. Anyone? Saumitri, Sunil, Sachin. What is the limiter here? What is the character which separates one field to another field?
backward slash hash.
Mm, no. Just look carefully. Colon, right?
iPhone mano
Colon. Colon. This is the field which separates. Okay. This is field 1, colon. Field 2, field 3, field 4, field 5, field 6, field 7. Right? Yes, no? Guys, yes or no? Now, in this, what is the delimiter? If I ask you what is the delimiter, what is the field that is separating the fields? Colon. Say, okay, colon. Now, I'm not okay. It might have a number of fields. Okay, it might have a number of fields in each and every line. But my requirement is very simple. I don't want all the fields of each and every line. I'm interested in printing only the first field of the line. That means in this file, I don't want to print the entire file. I just want this. You got my point, guys? So you have a big file, each and every line has n number of fields, but you're not interested in printing the whole number of fields in each and every line. You are interested in only the first field, which is nothing but the username. What can you do? You have some powerful tool called as cut. Okay, cut. So using cut, we can do that. Okay, let's look for an option which can be used for delimiter. So -d stands for delimiter. Use the delimiter instead of tab. Okay. So we need to use delimiter. Done. So cut. Okay. -d delimiter. What is the delimiter here, guys? What is the delimiter? What is the
Colon.
delimiter? Column. Okay. Now which field do we want? Which field we want to print? First field. -f1.
First
That's
one.
all done. Okay. That's all done. Now just mention xe password. Now it shows only the first field of each and every line. All right, guys. This is how it will display each and every first field of each and every line. Now let's say if you want first field and fifth field. Okay, first field. So now you want range. Now you want to print in between 1 to 4. Okay, 1 to 4. Now what to do? Okay, 1 to 4, what to do? Simple. Just use range. That's all. Okay, it prints all the fields in between 1, 2, 3, 4. So first 4 fields are printed. No, not like that. Now you are interested in only the first field and 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth field. You are interested in only that. First field and not range. So just put comma. Just put comma. One first field and fifth field. That's all. Now it prints only the first field and the print fifth field. So dbus, system message bus. Okay, let's see this here. So where is dbus? Dbus. Okay. So they can say system message bus. Okay, this is how using these parameters we can display the content of our choice rather than displaying the whole content. Okay, this is one way around. Okay, now we know how to create a file, how to search the file. Okay, now we know how to create a file, how to delete a file, how to sort the file. Right now, how to edit the file? Hey Manu, I know how to create the file. I know how to create the file. Touch is a command to create a file. .txt. Now, how do I edit the file? How to add the content inside this file? How to do that? How to do that? So if you want to add some content or if you add some text into your notepad, what you'll do? You'll just open the notepad. Okay, you'll open the notepad and you'll type some text. This is my 50th batch of DevOps training. You'll just type it, right? So just type it and then save it, right? Yes, agree or not? That's all. And if you want to search for anything, what you'll do, you'll just use Control F and you'll search for word 50. It searches. It says that it's not able to find. Why? Okay. At the top of the line, cursor. Now it's fine. Okay, it finds. Now, if you want to save the content, what you'll do, you'll go to File, just mention it as Save As, and you'll mention the name of the file, right? Save me.txt. That's all. My file is saved. Now, even if I delete, I can get the file. That's all, right? So here, which is the editor? Notepad is your editor, right? Guys, you agree or not? Which is the editor? Notepad. Your Notepad, which is a Windows-based software, is a editor. If you are using a Mac, text editor is the name of the editor, which is the editor in your computer. Similarly, in Linux, one of the most famous used, one of the most famous used editor is okay, VI and Vim. Okay, VI, Vim, Nano. Okay, these are the editors in almost all the flavors of Linux. Among all, VI is the editor which comes up by default along with the operating system, along with the Linux, majority of the Linuxes. Rest of these needs to be installed. Okay, if you want this, you just need to install them. Okay, how to install this, we can check this out later, but vi vim, these are the things that you need to use to edit a file. Okay, now I'll see how to edit a file. Okay, how to edit a file. So vi vi name of the file to create txt or something, anything of your choice. That's all. Let's see what will happen. Okay, let's see what will happen. Vi devops.txt. Now it's edited, it's opened, right? Now just type things of your choice. Okay, so things of your choice. This is my 50th batch of DevOps training. From tomorrow, we'll start working on two projects. Just writing something. Okay, one is monolithic project, one is legacy project. Legacy means old, and the other is modern project. So I just want to save it. Now, how do I save it? So now, do you think that you'll go to file and save it? No, no. How do you save it? So this is how you save it. Manu, you did very fast. What it is, guys? If you are coming from a non-Windows background, non-Linux background, this is very important point. How to edit a file is something which it needs to be understand very, very, very clearly and keenly. Okay, so this is very important with respect to Linux. A lot of people find it difficulty editing the file. If you want to edit any file, the first thing that you need to do is vim or vim followed by the file name. Okay, and your vim editor works on three modes. Vi works in three modes. Okay, one is escape mode, another is colon mode, and another is insert mode. Guys, if you don't know this, it's gonna be very trouble. So just focus on it on with high attention. So your VI editor, which is the file editor in Linux, because in Linux everything is a file. Your file editor, VI, name of the file, okay, name of the file. So we'll open the file, okay, and then you have an option to select three modes. One is escape mode, one is colon mode, one is insert mode. Okay, one is escape mode, colon mode, and insert mode. Okay, so if you want to go to the colon mode, or if you want to go to the insert mode, what colon mode is, what insert mode is later. Okay, if you want to go to colon mode, or if you want to go to the insert mode, all you need to do is first you need to be in the escape mode. When you are in the escape mode, then only you can go to the colon mode. Okay, from colon mode again you need to go to the escape mode, then only you can go to the insert mode. It's not like from colon mode to insert mode you cannot go. So vi, as soon as you enter the file name, so you go here, and if you enter escape, you'll go to the escape mode. From escape mode, if you press semicolon, you press colon, you'll go to colon mode, and again if you press escape from the colon mode, you'll go to the escape. And if you want to go to the insert mode, you just need to type I, you'll go to the insert mode. From insert mode, if you want to go back, you can just go back. Okay, so colon mode and insert mode, escape. Okay, colon mode, when do you use colon mode? To run some commands, to run some commands. Okay, to run some command. Insert mode, to insert the data. Okay, to insert the content. Okay, so let me show you. Previously I have shown with some higher speed, right? Now let me show you. Vim cloud.txt. I'm creating a file. If the file doesn't exist, it also creates the file. Okay, now I just entered into it. Now I'm in the escape mode. Okay, now I'm in the escape mode. Now I just need to type I'm pressing the key I. Guys, see at the bottom of the file, you can see cloud.txt. Guys, please look at the bottom left of my screen. Okay, you can see something called as cloud.txt, right? So you're okay, this is the name of the file. That means you're in the escape mode. You just type keyword I on your keyboard. Okay, what it changed? Anyone can tell me what it changed to? Siddharth, what it changed
Insert.
to?
Insert.
Correct. That means it's moved to the insert mode. As soon as you move to the insert mode, you can enter the content. Okay, this is my this is cloud DevOps training. Timings are out of office hours. AM IST or 7:30 PM CST. Okay, these are the timings. All right, now I want to save it. So if you want to save it, what you need to do? Okay, what you need to do among all, which modes you need to go? So to save this thing, you need to execute some commands, right? So we need to use couple of commands. So W, Q. Okay, W stands for write, Q stands for quit. Okay, just write. Write is just like pressing save button. Okay, Q quit. Okay, Q quit. And exclamatory marks were end of the expression. Exclamatory means end of the commands. Okay, end of the command in this scenario. Okay, now I'll press escape. Okay, and then press column. As soon as you press the column, it goes to the column mode. Guys, can you see this at the bottom left? Anyone? Can someone see this at the bottom? Press. I just write escape and then column. It goes to the column mode. Now I'll type W. W stands for save. Q stands for quit. That means save and quit. And press exclamatory mark and press enter. That's all. Your file is saved. Cat cloud.txt. Okay, this is how you edit the file. Okay, now I want to edit the same file again. Okay, what I'm editing is, okay, so we are learning OS 7 Linux, okay, which works with username and password. Okay, now again I'm pressing escape. Okay, so that I will go to the escape mode. Press colon. When you press the column, you'll go to the colon mode. Just type WQ. That's all. WQ exclamation mark done. Okay, save cloud.txt. Okay, it's added. Now I'll add one more thing. Okay, now I'm adding in one more thing. Um, Username CentOS is a username and password is DevOps. 321 is the password. Okay, but sometimes, okay, you open the file. Okay, you open the file. Sometimes you'll open the file. Sometimes you'll open the file, right? You'll open the file. Just now, what we have saved. Okay, something I have opened, and I'm just trying to save something. I'm just trying to edit something. I don't want to save it. What I'll do, I'll just close it. You'll get an option. Do you want to save this or not? No, I don't want to save. Same if you want to do, just type. If you don't want to save the changes, what are the changes that you have done are junk. If you don't want to save the changes, just type escape colon. Instead of WQ, just type Q exclamatory. W means save, Q means quit. Okay, but Q means just quit. So your changes won't be saved. Okay, all right. So this is about editor. That's all. Okay, guys, clear? Any questions on this? It's fundamentally very important. Without editing the file, we cannot proceed further. So I want you guys to give me a heads up, then only I'll proceed.
That's clear.
Anyone else have any objections? All right.
No, Manu, I'm good.
All right. All right, guys. Okay, so again there are a lot of in column modes you can execute a lot of things, like you can search for certain thing, you can search and replace for certain things. So here in the same column mode works in three modes. Okay, again in column mode you can execute a lot of commands. Okay, you can execute a lot of commands. Okay, in the column mode, if you want to search for a specific word, just put colon / word. If you want to save the changes, W. If you want to come out of the editor, that means quit without saving the changes, Q. WQ means save and quit. Okay, and if you want to search particular word, okay, you can use percentages. Okay, so guys, if you have an Excel sheet, if you want to replace something with something, what you do, just type Control F, right? Or if you are a Mac, you'll use Windows F, I mean Command F, right? Similarly, you can also do the same way. Okay, let me show you that. Okay, okay, so I would like to use one more word, DevOps. Here is Linux. DevOps with AWS has good scope. Okay. Another major cloud provider is next to AWS is Google. Okay, Google Cloud also has engineering driven. So I just want it. So cat the file. So here what I want to do is I want to search for the word DevOps. Okay, I want to search for the word DevOps. So what I need to do is, so just go to Vim. Okay, so if you want to search for any specific word, so you need to be inside the colon mode. That means you need to type the Vim and then press colon and then search for the word. Okay, let's see which word I want to search. DevOps. Just type DevOps. Okay, so wherever the word DevOps is, it will be highlighted. It is just like Control F option in. It's just like Control F option in your Windows. All right, that's all. Okay, now I want to search for the word. Okay, now I want to search for the word and replace the word DevOps. Okay, with Cloud DevOps. Okay, I want to replace the word. Okay, I want to replace the word. Mm, okay, I want to replace the word DevOps with uh, AWS DevOps. Okay, so percentage. Okay, here if you want to search and replace, okay, just one entry, or if you want to replace the entries across the file, you just need to use this percentages. Okay, forward slash name of the word that you want to search and name of the word that you want to replace it with, and G stands for globally. That means across the file, how many entries that are there inside the file, all the entries will be replaced. Okay, let's see that. So percentage. Okay, so you just need to type right. So percentages. Okay, so I'm looking for DevOps and replace it with DevOps, Cloud DevOps, AWS with DevOps. I just want to replace it. If you just type, if you just type this, only the first entry will be changed. Okay, but if you just say, okay, if you just say this way, everywhere it will be changed. Percentages, DevOps, DevOps with okay, AWS with DevOps. Okay, that's all. Just type G is gonna replace across the board. Wherever you see DevOps, you can see DevOps with AWS. Okay, now if you just type save and quit, you can see wherever the word DevOps is there, DevOps will change it with AWS. That's all. That's all. Okay, any questions on this, guys? Any questions? It's very important. That's the reason I just put some images. If you want to search a word, just put a forward slash and search for the word that of your choice. And if you want to save the changes, just put semicolon colon W. If you want to save and come out of the editor, WQ. If you just want to quit the changes, Q exclamatory mark. And if you want to search for specific word, this. And if you want to search for specific word and replace this. Any questions? Anyone? Any questions, guys? Are we good?
Yes.
Yes,
All right.
Manu.
All right. So, guys, Linux is all about in Linux world, we don't use the word folder, okay, and we don't even use the word software. So we don't use them. Instead, what we use is we use the word called as directory, the replacement of this. And here, instead of software, we'll use something called as package. So in Windows or Mac, if you want to install something, you'll say that let's install that software. Let me install the VLC player. Let me install the Adobe Photoshop, right? In Linux, we don't use that word. Instead, we'll say something called as install the package, remove that package, download that package, okay? Install that package. Basically, if we install the software, we'll get the feature, right? Similarly, if you want any additional features, we'll install the packages. Okay, so how do you install? How do you install anything in Linux? Okay, how do you install anything in Linux? Okay, we can install packages in Linux by, okay, package is nothing but a software. We can install packages. Package is nothing but software. Let's assume this way. Majorly, one is the one which we are going to use. Okay, yum. It's just like a package manager in Linux. Yes. When I say Red Hat, it's CentOS only because both of them are clone. And second is RPM. RPM stands for Red Hat Package Manager. And another is source code based installation. Okay, these three are the ways. Okay, this is also one of the most commonly asked question. In how many ways can you do the installation? Okay, in how many ways can you do the installation in Linux? Okay, the answer is what type of Linux that you want. So if you're using Red Hat based machines, yum is the package manager. If you're using any Debian based machines, for any Debian based machines, the package manager is apt. Okay, but we don't go there because our target is Red Hat. Okay, so yeah, let's forget about it, but for the sake of interview, just remember it. Okay, but majority of the times if you are using Red Hat machines, it's yum package. Okay, yum is a package manager in Linux, so which solves lots of the problems. Okay, lot of problems. All right, so using these tools, yum, rpm, and source code based installation, we can install the packages. I could see a couple of questions in the chat window. Ambika Patel. We learned key pair method in two ways, one from git bash and another, but I believe we didn't learn how to do it from the username. But I believe we didn't. So Ambika, we have seen today, right? We connected to the machine using the username and password, right? That's my lab
Mm,
image.
yeah,
Okay,
just
so
you
just
used
like
the key
correct,
B50 only, right, in that case.
correct, correct. Today,
And
start of the
uh
session, whatever the image that I have used is not key pair based. It is username and password based. Okay. If you want to use the machine with username and password, the name of the image that you have to use is this. Okay. Hope you missed in the first part of the session.
yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I was saying that our machine is having an issue. The image which I was using was having issue. Okay. So it is not allowing the new customers, the new account holders not to use it. Okay, because the image was revoked, so only the old users were able to do that. So what I did, I published a new image, and the name of the image is this. Okay, please use this. Okay, Ambika.
Yeah, you provided this yesterday, but I was using the other one. Today I'll try with this. Okay.
Okay, so the names
It
are
it
almost same. So instead of
mm.
cloud DevOps, just use DevOps. I just shown two times in the beginning of the session by taking one of
Okay,
the
this was
students account.
oh
Hmm.
yeah, yeah, I saw that. Like you have used directly this username and password. Yeah,
Correct.
I was there for that
Yeah,
particular. But thing was like how this password and this was AWS username and password, or we need to create it separately.
you don't have to do that. You just need to consume my image. That's all. You don't have to do any changes. Search for the
Okay, got
image
it.
DevOps lab
Because
image CentOS
you
7.
okay.
Okay, search for. Go ahead.
No, no, I was asking like you created this image by using this method, username and password, right? But we are just
Correct. That's all.
consuming it. But how do
That's all.
we create it by using username and password? Because we have learned from key pair method, right?
Hmm.
So that was my question.
So who published that image?
You
T-pair
published.
based earlier T-pair based machine. Someone else, no?
Amazon. Yeah.
Someone else.
Mm,
So
mm,
just this
mm.
also someone else has consumed. So that someone is me. Okay. So
Okay.
I published this image. How I did, what I did, how to create it, how to change the username and password. We'll see that in the user administration. Okay. So the very next topic is user administration. How I created this image. Okay. So in the next week we are going to talk about after projects. We are going to talk about something called as bash scripting. After bash scripting, you'll understand what I did, how I did. Okay, if I show you the code, you'll be scared. So it's a very simple commands. So it will be nice to see that after the bash scripting classes. Okay,
Okay. So
if you want, I can share the code.
while
Mhm,
we learning for creating an image,
mhm.
we also learn like how do we create an image using a username and password, right? Like we learned for SSH.
Yeah,
Okay.
yesterday we saw
Okay.
that, right? How we made an AMI and all. How do you preserve the details?
Yesterday we couldn't create an image, but we just saw that how to.
No, we created an image AMI, and from that AMI we also launched a couple of machines, and we saw that okay, whatever the things that we have saved on the top of AMI, those also inherited into the new machine. We created files, right? A.log, B.log, devops.txt, and made an AMI
Uh-huh.
out of it. So yes, we
Okay.
made an AMI yesterday. and we created machines out of AMI as well. All
Okay.
right.
I'll go to the session again. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we did
Uh,
that.
Hi, Manu.
Hey,
Yeah.
hi. Go ahead. You're not audible. You're not audible if you're speaking.
Now.
Yes, it is now.
Yeah. So yesterday, yeah, we have created a backup. So like we have created a AMI for the
Mm-hmm.
existing one, right? Existing
Correct.
instance. So like
Correct.
yesterday, yeah, I created, but yesterday when you have created the AMI for the existing instance,
Mm-hmm.
so under the instances we have created that replica of that server, right? But I have seen that whatever the AMI created, I could able to see that in the AMI section. So for
Okay.
that we don't have the IP address. I
AMI
mean,
is not a machine. AMI is not a compute really, right? It doesn't have IP
um,
address. It is just like a, see, you took a photo to your mobile phone. Okay. So you
yeah,
took a, you have a mobile phone, and from the mobile phone you took a photo to one of the other mobile. Okay. Now the image that you have taken will have any mobile number to call that image.
I know. Okay.
So simple. AMI is just like a
Uh,
photocopy.
then
Okay.
how we will get to know that whatever the files we have created in that particular instance, so
Hmm.
are completely there in the AMI we have created.
Amazon takes care of it with the help of the concept snapshotting. Amazon is taking care of the technology in the background, a
Okay.
photocopy of it and preserving it as an image. Okay.
Sure.
Amazon is taking care of that in the background. We are consuming the managed services. Okay.
Okay.
If you are from the VMware background, I'll say it chooses something called as VMware snapshot. If you are from the VMware background, if you are
Okay.
not from the VMware background, forget about it. Okay.
Okay.
So again, Amazon, Google Cloud, Azure uses backend the VMware softwares only.
And that copy will be there in, under the images and AMI session. We will be able to see
Correct.
that particular AMI, right?
Correct. I have published an image which you guys are using. Okay, which I made a public. That's the reason you guys are able to see that. Okay.
Yeah,
If in
yeah.
comp
So that is the change I am able to see. So that is the reason I just
Okay,
cross checking.
so it
Yeah.
doesn't have any username, password, anything. It's just an image, boot disk, which has operating system along with the files, along with the configuration. That's all. Okay,
Yeah.
that's all.
Okay.
It's just a
Yeah.
photocopy. In other words, we can also call it as a golden image. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so you want to install a Linux operating system on your computer. You ask your friend pen drive which has a copy of Linux operating system. You'll just mount it onto your laptop and you'll just boot it from the pen drive, right?
Yeah.
So the image which is present inside your pen drive, okay, can be referred as an AMI. That's all. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Got
All
it.
right. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Let's proceed then. Okay. Now we know how to. Okay. We saw these are the many ways that we can use to install packages. Okay. So when Linux came up, the first thing that it used to has is source code based installation. So the person who developed the tool needs to share the code or need to publish the binary or the .exe file or the .bin file. Using that, we are going to install it. That is first one. That is ancient method. And the second thing is RPM. RPM stands for Red Hat Package Manager. They'll publish the software, whatever the software that you want. Let's say I want to install X software. That X software you'll get it from the internet. That's all done. Okay, you need to download it and then you need to install it. Okay, but it's not like that. Goes to the internet. Okay, when you say okay, yum install. Okay, package name. Okay, package name. Let's say you want to install any software, let's say telnet is a software, telnet is a package, telnet is a tool. Let's not worry what telnet does. Telnet is a tool. Okay, if you want to install the telnet, what we'll do is yum install telnet. That's all done. Your tool is installed. That's all done. Okay, so this might have, let's say, uh, when you're consuming any software, they'll ask you some certain prerequisites, like if you want to use ABC software, okay, you need to ensure .NET framework to be installed, .NET framework to be installed, and you also need to install some XYZ that 64-bit needs to be installed, and ABC software needs to be installed. Typically for all the Windows based tools, this is how the structure is. If you want to install or if you want to run any specific tool, okay, if you want to install any specific tool, the fundamental prerequisite is, it says that if you want to use my software, you need to install this framework, .NET framework, and then you also need to install some ABC software, and then you also need to install ABC software. Then only my software will work. Okay, not ABC here, PQR. Okay, PQR software needs to be installed, then only, okay, my ABC software can be installed. Okay, that means you are giving some instructions, okay, what needs to be installed first, then only your ABC will work. Okay, so if you are using M based things, okay, whatever the prerequisites that are required for the package name will be coming and installing by default on your machine. You don't have to do anything. Okay, when I started my career in 2009-10 as an intern in SAP, at the time this yum package manager was not a much matured one. At that point of time we used to use package managers. Do you believe if I want to install a package, it just takes 10 seconds to me? Earlier it used to cost us 1 to 2 days of time as well. Do you believe, do you remember that? Do you agree with that? M is such a powerful tool. Okay, you never know. You might think that you are installing only one package, one software, but in the background it installs hundreds of packages, which are all the prerequisites for this package name. Earlier, if you are using RPM based installation, whatever the software that you mentioned, only that package will be installed. It don't care about what are the prerequisites, what are the core requisites, whether the required softwares are installed or not. You don't care. You just say, I want to install RPM software X, it installs the software X. No matter whether it works, whether it don't works, you don't care. Okay, typically in banks, okay, they might be using RPM, but majority of the times the people go with yum based repositories. Okay, source code is just, let's download the code and install it. Nothing much to explain it. Okay, so this is also one of the major question in interview. What is the major difference between yum and RPM based installation? What are the type of installations that you have done? You can say that I have used yum based installation and RPM based installation. Okay, so what is the difference between it? When you use RPM, Red Hat Package Manager, whatever the package that you have mentioned, only that particular package will be installed. But when you're installing any package using yum, what are the required packages that are needed for the software that you are installing, the prerequisites, the required software will also be installing by default. You don't have to do that. Okay, this is the savior. All right, clear guys? All right. Okay, so let me install a package. So sudo yum, okay, yum install. Which package I want to install? Telnet. It says that, hey, you are executing as a normal user. If you want to install anything, you need to be a root user or execute the command with a sudo. Okay, it says that only the administrator user, which is nothing but the root user, can perform this. Okay, so either I need to have the root credentials or I need to execute, I can execute as a sudo user. What sudo does, guys? What sudo does?
It elevates the permission.
Temporarily, correct. It gives you the permission. It gives you the, okay, root user permissions temporarily. Okay, I just want to install it. Yum. Okay, what you want to do? I want to install. Okay, so what are all the other options? We'll see that later. We have yum install, yum remove, yum update, but let's focus on installing first. Yum install telnet. Telnet is one name of the package. It's a tool. What it does, let's consider later, but it's just a tool. My goal is to install a package. That's all. Can you see this? A lot of other packages are also installing in the backend apart from this. Okay, it says that telnet is already installed. Okay, let's install any other tool. I'm install Nginx. This is another package. Not there. So see, I just said that one package. I just said that install Nginx. Can you see this? How many? Okay, first you try to install it. Okay, and then what it's saying this package will be installed. Okay, and if you see this, these many dependencies are getting processed and these many packages are getting installed. Okay, now what it's telling is, okay, these are the packages that it's going to be installing, and the total size of the download is going to be 24 MB, and on your system it's going to consume 28 MB of your memory. Okay, so do you want to proceed or delete the downloaded software, or you don't want to install? YDN, just type Y stands for yes, I want to proceed further. Okay, all the required softwares are going to be installed. Okay, guys, all the required softwares are going to be installed. So this is how you install a package. Now, how do you remove a package? How do you remove a package? So same, instead of install, you just need to mention remove. Okay, before you remove something, you need to check with the team whether you can delete that or not. Okay, in lab I am removing it, but it's a test machine. But in production, you should not delete any of the thing without proper confirmation. Okay, it's asking me why I want to proceed further. Okay, so certain times, do you want to proceed further? Yes. Do you want to proceed further? Yes. Do you want to proceed further? Yes. Those kind of yes no's will be coming up 10 to 20. Okay, who will sit in front of the system? If you don't want that, what you can do is just say -y. That means wherever you ask me the prompt, say yes. That's all. Okay, so without any prompts, it will be installing. Okay, all right. Guys, any questions on this? All right. Okay, this is how we install any packages. That's all. Okay, clear, guys? All right. So let's download any. Okay, okay, that's all. Mm, 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 mm. So if you want to see the list of all the installed sudo yum list. So guys, these are all the list of repositories that are present on your in the internet. Okay, so these many list of repositories are there in the these many machine are installed are there in the internet. These many packages sudo yum list. All right, all right. So now we know how to create a file, how to delete a file, how to search a file, and how to edit a file. All right. Now, how to restart a file, guys? Okay, how to restart a file? So either you can use the command called as sudo. No, not everyone can do this. Sudo. Okay. Shut down. Okay. Sudo shutdown. Sudo shutdown is a command, or you can also use something called as sudo init 0. Init 0 is going to shut down your machine. Init 6 is going to restart your machine. Okay, init 0 is going to restart your machine. All right, so click this, your machine will go down. It goes for a restart. Okay, it goes for a restart. So these are the options that are available to start the machine or shut down the machine. Okay, so these commands shut down might or might not vary from flavor to flavor. Okay, but if you use sudo init 0, sudo init 6, these are common across any flavor of the Linux. Okay, all right. Now, if you want to, how do you check when the system went for a reboot? How do you check since when the machine is up? How do you do that? How do you check that? The command to do that is uptime. Uptime is a command to check since when the machine is up. And yeah, and I want to check the number of users that are connected to the machine and using. So someone can ask you, or your system is low performance, and you want to see the number of users logged into the machine. How do you see that? How do you see that? Okay, so the system went for a reboot. Just try to connect for it. Uptime is a command to see since when the machine is up. In less than 1 minute it came up. Okay, the system time is 131 and the number of users connected is 1. Let's see whether it is giving true statement or not. Let me duplicate the session. Okay, now let's see whether the information is right or not. Guys, can you see this? The number of users is 2. Now let me close the session. I just want to see whether the information given by it is true or not. So it should give me the result as 1 user. Okay, just by this you can see the number of users that are connected. Another important parameter is load average. Let's discuss it in some time. Okay, so yeah, so if you want to shut down the machine, sudo init 0. So init 0 going to shut down the machine. Now, one important point you need to observe. Okay, you need to shut down the machine. Sudo init 0. Okay, can anyone in the system can do that? No, only the root user or the person who has sudo user has access to do that. Okay, now another question. Now Shraddha has a user account, Ambika has a user account, Ashok has a user account, and Harmeet has a user account. Now all these 4 users can execute the sudo command or not. So do you think everyone in the machine should have user access, sudo user access?
No, it has to
No.
be defined.
Very much limited. Only the DevOps team or the admin team or the cloud team, not even the cloud team, only the DevOps team should have sudo access. So how do you control that? Okay, I want the DevOps team. Okay, let's assume this is the DevOps team. Assume we have Amol, okay, Swapnil, Jasprit. So these guys are the DevOps team. Only these guys should have sudo access, not others. Only these guys. Okay. I don't want everyone to have sudo access. Right. Now I also have another team called as application support team. I don't want these guys to have it. Okay. I don't want these guys to have it. App support team. I don't want these guys. Okay. So Mike. Okay. Mike, Mohan, Paul, Stacy. Okay, so these are all the team from, okay, these are all the team from the application support team. I don't want any of these guys to have sudo access. So how do you restrict that? How do you restrict that? We'll see that in tomorrow's session, not today. Okay, how do you restrict that? So don't assume that everyone in the machine will have root access. Only the limited set of people will have access to root. Okay, so if you want to shut down the machine, okay, so sudo init 0 or sudo halt or sudo shutdown -h now. Okay, you can use any of the commands, sudo halt. Okay, sudo halt is a command to shut down the machine, or you can also use sudo init 0. Okay, if you want to restart the machine, you can either use sudo init 6 or sudo reboot. Anything works. All right, now I hit the command sudo init 0, my system went for a shutdown. Let's see whether it is a true statement or not. Okay, my server is stopped. Okay, now my server is stopped. What happened to my public IP? Why it is not there? Guys, can you see this? The system went for a down. Now there is no public IP anymore. Okay, let me start it.
I know it is keep on changing whenever we stop the system.
Okay, let's see. Let's see. Now you got an IP which is different from what it is. Okay, earlier the IP address is, earlier what is the IP address? The IP address of earlier machine, earlier before shutting down, the IP address is 3.83. Now the IP address is 54.10. Can you see this? So you need to remember one point. Every time you shut down the machine by default, okay? This is very important point. Okay. Whenever you shut down the machine and start it, the public IP will be changed. Okay. So if you don't care about it, that's okay. But if you care about it, let's say in certain projects, okay, so we'll be launching certain machines and we'll be accessing it with the public IP address, or we are going to tell to the network team whitelist it or unblock this particular IP address. At that point of time, whenever you start the machine or whenever you shut down and restart the machine, you cannot say that every time use this public IP, use this public IP, use this public IP. You cannot publish it every time. Okay, you cannot publish it every time. So instead, if you want the IP to be static, okay, if you want your IP to be static, okay, you need to have something called as elastic IP is the solution. Okay, so what you need to do is Amazon provides you the public IP as well. Check out the public IP, okay, add it to the machine. Okay. Now, even if you shut that down, there won't be any change. Let's see that. Okay, let's see that. Now let me go here. Let me go to the AWS. So there is an option called as on the left pane in the EC2 panel. Let's go to the scroll down. In the network and security, there is an option called as Elastic IP. Guys, can you see this here? Just click that. Okay, there are no Elastic IPs. Allocate an elastic IP address. Okay, in which region that you want. Okay, guys, and you cannot create a IP address in Mumbai, and you cannot ask a machine which is present in North Virginia to use it. No, you are in the North Virginia. Ensure you create a address in the North Virginia. Okay, now Amazon's. So you are getting the IP address from the Amazon's pool of IP addresses. Amazon has bought millions of IP addresses. Okay, so public IP addresses are not free. Okay, Amazon has bought them and made it in a pool. Okay, we are going to get an IP address from that. Okay, done. I want a public IP. Okay, this is your public IP. Okay, which was allocated to you. Now you want to allocate it. Okay, associate the as IP address with which machine I want to associate with the machine. Choose the machine. This is the machine which is in the running state. That's all. Okay, so 107.23, right? Let's copy this. Let's see whether it is changed or not. Go to the instances. Can you see this, guys? Can you see this? Okay, now I should be able to connect to this. Okay, I should be able to connect to this. I'll say DevOps 1. Okay, now I'm connected to this machine. Since when the machine is up just 4 minutes back. Now I'll shut it down again. How to shut down the machine? Sudo alt or sudo init 0. Anything works. Okay, now your machine goes for a toss. Your machine goes down. These are one of the most common set of questions in first round of discussions, both in US and India.
What if you want to go back to the uh, the original IP, the dynamic IP?
Dynamic IPs cannot guarantee. Okay, so Amazon cannot guarantee you the same IP you'll get it every time. If you want the same IP to be all the time, what you need to do is you need to get a IP address from the elastic IP, a static IP. Then you need to assign it. Then only you have a control on the IP address. Okay, dynamic or dynamic, you do not have any control of it. Okay, clear?
Oh, yeah.
The straight answer is no. It's not possible. Okay, so the machine is still going down. It's taking time to shut down. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. So Manu,
Uh-huh.
what is recommended? Yeah, what is recommended? We should have a same IP to be continued always. That is the recommendation,
No.
or we can work
Uh,
on
I,
different
I'll
IP.
I'll tell you 1 minute. Okay. The recommendation is not to have public IP. Okay.
Okay.
Then how do you connect from the public? That should be your next question.
Yes. Hmm.
We'll see that in the lab. Okay. We have something called as load balancers. Okay. A lot of things are there. We'll see that. Okay. Okay. When you join any organization, none of the machines will have public IP, only private IP. Okay. We'll expose it through something called as load balancers. Why this machine is taking time to shut down? It is supposed to shut down. It is taking time. Refresh it. I'm not refreshing it. I'm an idiot. Okay. All right. So the machine is shutting down, but if you click this, even then the machine has the public IP address. Can you see this? Let, let it stop completely. Okay, the machine goes for a stop state. Now, even now, if you see this, the same IP address is there. Guys, can you see this? The same IP address. Now, if you want to start it, just start it. You'll get the same IP address. That's all. Okay, so if you want a same static public IP all the time, in Amazon we have a service subservice called as elastic IP. So once you click an elastic IP, what it happens is, okay, from the elastic pool, okay, from the elastic pool you'll get an IP address. Okay, so there is a pool of public IPs that are reserved, that are bought by Amazon's pool of public IP addresses. From there you can get it. Okay, so this is the pool of Amazon IP addresses. Amazon bought it. Okay, from the pool of public IP. Pool of pub IP. You'll get it from here. And one more thing, the number of public IP addresses are very much limited. So the Internet Authority of India has made these as costly. Okay, these are not something anyone can use how much ever times that you want. Okay, so to serve the entire world, there are very limited set of IPv4 addresses or IP addresses. So how many IP addresses do we have? We'll see this in the networking sessions, but we have very limited set of public IP addresses. That's the reason as soon as you shut down the machine, the IP address again will go back to the pool of public IP of AWS. So it will be allocated to someone else. But if you don't want that way, if you want one IP, so what you need to do is you need to check out and you need to mark it as elastic IP. As soon as you mark it as elastic IP, okay, as soon as you mark it as elastic IP, that will be with you. You are responsible for it. Okay. And how billing works, guys, this is very important. How billing works for this? EIP or elastic IP. Okay. So you created a server. Okay, you created a server and you also checked out an elastic IP and you're using it. Okay, EIP is there till the time. Okay, if the state of it is running, if the state is running, the state of the machine is running, that means you have checked out an elastic IP and you're using it. Okay, then there won't be zero bill, then will be zero bill, but the bill will start as soon as the machine shut down. Okay, whenever the machine is idle, whenever the machine is in shutdown state, when the machine is in the shutdown state, then elastic IP billing will start. Amazon is clearly telling you, if you take an IP address, it's a must, you need to consume it. If you check out an IP address and if you are not using it, I won't give you for free. That's a statement. Okay, elastic IPs are free if you are running the machine. Elastic IPs will start billing you as soon as you shut down the machine. So in the lab, just for the sake of it, you just practice it for the one time. So later you just disassociate the elastic IP, disassociate, that means cutting the relation between them, and then release it. As soon as you release it, it goes back to the pool of IP addresses. Elastic IPs are very costly, so just for the practice use it, and later that's okay even if the IP address changes. Okay, elastic IPs are very costly. I paid $20 in one of the batch. Okay, I forgot to release it. Okay, so this is also one of the most important factor. Okay, all right, because you will sell some services and you want to expose something and someone wants to allow your IP address. So definitely you need to have certain set of elastic IP addresses as well. Okay, all right. I think that's for today. Tomorrow we'll talk more about user management, permissions and files, and process. So what we left, these are the things that we are left with in Linux, and then we'll proceed with projects. Okay, user management, okay, that contains files and permissions, some networking concepts, and process management. That's all. Most probably tomorrow we should start the project. Okay, that's for today, guys. Any questions, anyone? I'm good to take up the questions if you have any.
No, Manu. Your
Anyone else have any questions?
in between explanation is too good.
Thank you. I'll try to give things with a more explanation. I'll try to give examples and explain them so that you can remember them for a very longer tenure.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Can we get this the
Board.
Miro, the
Yeah, you'll
one
get
that we're
everything.
using?
As I said, most of them would got a email with this kind of document, B50 document. Guys, every one of you, just
Bless
please
you.
go on mute. Yeah. So every one of you would have got a Cloud DevOps B50 with all the details like this. What will be the future meeting link? What will be the playlist? What is the GitLab? What is the Miro board? Everything will be shared like this. Okay. Short
No, I
videos,
think
all
I
these
need
things.
to send you my email ID in that case.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Most of them confirm that they are proceeding with the training. So most of them whosoever has confirmed, everyone got an email. So in case if you don't get that, just please do let me know that I'm confirming and this is my email address so that you will get all the details. All right. So everything is very much systematic, guys. So yeah, all you need is you just need to spend time on practicing. That's all. All right. And guys, once the sessions are done, I mean, once you are done with the practice, you also need to shut the down machine, terminate the machine, shut down the machine. So I'm going to shut down the machine. Terminate. Terminate is not destroying the machine. I don't need it anymore. Okay. All right. When you're playing with Elastic IP, just be careful. And when you're done with the practice, just see what we have. Okay. All right. If you have any questions, I'll take it up.
One thing I just need to ask.
Hmm.
When you stop the machine, the
Hmm.
elastic IP that you have created for yourself,
Hmm.
that get
Hmm.
destroyed by itself, or you have to remove it manually?
And it won't destroy because when you create the machine, it didn't come up. So when you destroy, whatever it comes up along with it only will be destroyed. So allocating the elastic IP is a manual action. So you need to come
Okay.
here and you need to release it. Okay.
Okay. That's
It's not a manual. It's not automatic manual. That's the reason I'm telling second time. Ensure you remove it. If not, it costs you. Okay. All right.
yep.
All
I
right.
dropped my
That's what.
email ID as well to you
Sure.
on the chat.
You'll get it. And guys, tomorrow, as usual, meeting starts at 6 a.m. IST, and the meeting link remains the same. So every one of you will receive an email today or tomorrow with all the further details, guys. Okay. Tomorrow meeting starts at 6 a.m. IST, and the meeting link remains the same. See you tomorrow. That's for today. If you have no questions,
Yeah,
Bye
man,
bye.
one
Wish you a
question.
wonderful day.
Uh,
go ahead. Go
Hello.
ahead. Whosoever has questions, yeah,
Yeah,
please go ahead.
yeah. Yesterday, like we have created AMI image, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
so do we able to connect with that AMI? And, would you able to like fetch all the details which are there in the instance, like which are the files present in the server we have created? So all those details, how to fetch from the AMI?
Rajeshwari,
Yes, yes.
AMI is just like a photocopy. That's all.
Okay, then like how we could able to see the backup then, like as a backup we create the
Okay.
AMI you told, right?
You created this as a backup. Let's assume. Okay. It
Okay,
has some files. Now you
yeah.
want to
So,
restore it or you want to see what's there inside it. What you
oh
need to
yes.
do, you need to make a machine out of it. You need to create an
Okay.
AMI out of it. Okay, you need to create.
Acha, we
AMI is
need to
just a disk.
create a server out of AMI.
AMI is just a disk. A disk, unless and it has CPU and memory, it's useless. When you create an
Acha,
EC2 out of
got
it,
it,
it
sir.
will have the CPU and memory. Okay,
Acha,
then
okay,
you
yeah.
have the console access, then you can see and see whatever it is there. Whatever you want, download it and destroy it later. All right,
Okay. Yeah, okay.
answers your
Yes,
question.
whatever. Yeah, I got it. So whatever we created the MI, so we need to allocate this disk, etc. Like what we how we have created the instance. So same way we need
Correct,
to create the instance, so that we
correct,
get able to fetch the details. Okay,
exactly.
got it.
Okay, answers your question. I hope you're a
Yes.
little confused. I think it's clear now,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
All
Yes.
right.
Mm.
Okay, so that's for today, guys. Tomorrow meeting starts at 6 a.m. IST, and the meeting link remains the same. See you everyone today. Have a great day ahead, guys. Bye.
You too, and happy Friday.
Happy Friday, guys. But for us, only happy Saturday. Okay, yeah, tomorrow we have a session. All right,
Okay. Goodbye.
let's meet tomorrow, guys. Okay, have a great day. See you.